Hello everyone. Today I will be reading some more poetry from Leonard Cohen. If you would like to hear my first video of poems from him, you can click the link on the video. And there you'll hear all about why I enjoy this poet so much. But for now, I'm just going to get right to it. This first one is called Prayer for Messiah. His blood on my arm is warm as a bird. His heart in my hand is heavy as lead. His eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Oh, send out the raven ahead of the dove. His life in my mouth is less than a man. His death on my breast is harder than stone. His eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Oh, send out the raven ahead of the dove. Oh, send out the raven ahead of the dove. Oh, sing from your chains where you're chained in a cave. Your eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Your blood in my ballad collapses the grave. Oh, sing from your chains where you're chained in a cave. Your eyes through my eyes shine brighter than love. Your heart in my hand is heavy as lead. Your blood on my arm is warm as a bird. Oh, break from your branches a green branch of love, after the raven has died for the dove. This next one is called The Way Back. But I am not lost any more than leaves are lost, or buried vases. This is not my time. I would only give you second thoughts. I know you must call me a traitor because I have wasted my blood in aimless love, and you are right. Blood like that never won an inch of star. You know how to call me, although such a noise now would only confuse the air. Neither of us can forget the steps we danced, the words you stretched to call me out of dust. Yes, I long for you, not just as a leaf for weather, or vase for hands, but with a narrow human longing that makes a man refuse any field but his own. I wait for you at an unexpected place in your journey, like the rusted key or the feather you do not pick up until the way back, after it is clear. The remote and painful destination changes nothing in your life. This one is called For EJP. I once believed a single line in a Chinese poem could change forever how blossoms fell, and that the moon itself climbed on the grief of concise, weeping men to journey over cups of wine. I thought invasions were begun for crows to pick at a skeleton, dynasties sown and spent to serve the language of a fine lament. I thought governors ended their lives as sweetly drunken monks, telling time by rain and candles, instructed by an insect's pilgrimage across the page. All this so one might send an exile's perfect letter to an ancient hometown friend. I chose a lonely country, broke from love, scorned the fraternities of war. I polished my tongue against the pumice moon, floated my soul in cherry wine, a perfumed barge for lords of memory, to languish on, to drink, to whisper out their stores of strength, as if beyond the mist along the shore, their girls their power still obeyed, like clocks wound for 1,000 years. I waited until my tongue was sore. Brown petals whined like fire around my poems. I aimed them at the stars, but like rainbows they were bent before they sawed the world in half. Who can trace the canyoned path cattle have carved out of time, wandering from meadowlands to feast? Layer after layer of autumn leaves are swept away. Something forgets us perfectly. This next one is called Teachers. I met a woman long ago, her hair the black that black can go. Are you a teacher of the heart? Soft, she answered, no. I met a girl across the sea, her hair the gold that gold can be. Are you a teacher of the heart? Yes, but not for thee. I met a man who lost his mind in some lost place I had to find. Follow me, the wise man said, but he walked behind. I walked into a hospital where none was sick and none was well. When at night the nurses left, I could not walk at all. Morning came, and then came noon. Dinner time, a scalpel blade lay beside my spoon. Some girls wander by mistake into the mess that scalpels make. Are you the teacher of my heart? We teach old hearts to break. One morning I woke up alone, the hospital and nurses gone. Have I carved enough, my lord? Child, you are bone. I ate and ate and ate. I did not miss a plate. How much do these suppers cost? We'll take it out in hate. I spent my hatred every place, on every work, on every face. Someone gave me wishes, and I wished for an embrace. Several girls embraced me, then I was embraced by men. Is my passion perfect? No. Do it once again. I was handsome, I was strong, I knew the words of every song. Did my singing please you? No, the words you sang were wrong. Who is it whom I address? Who takes down what I confess? Are you the teacher of my heart? We teach old hearts to rest. Teachers, are my lessons done? I cannot do another one. They laughed and laughed and laughed and said, well, child, are your lessons done? Are your lessons done? This next one is called One of Us Cannot Be Wrong. I lit a thin green candle to make you jealous of me, but the room just filled up with mosquitoes. They heard that my body was free. Then I took the dust of a long sleepless night and I put it in your little shoe, and then I confess I tortured the dress that you wore for the world to look through. I showed my heart to the doctor, and he said, I just have to quit. Then he wrote himself a prescription. Your name was mentioned in it. Then he locked himself in a library shelf with the details of our honeymoon. And I hear from the nurse that he's gotten much worse and his practice is all in ruin. I heard of a saint who had loved you. I studied all night in his school. He taught that the duty of lovers is to tarnish the golden rule. And just when I was sure that his teachings were pure, he drowned himself in the pool. His body is gone, but back here on the lawn, his spirit continues to drool. An Eskimo showed me a movie he'd recently taken of you. The poor man could hardly stop shivering. His lips and his fingers were blue. I suppose that he froze when the wind tore off your clothes, and I guess he just never got warm. But you stand there so nice in your blizzard of ice. Oh, please let me come into the storm. This next one is called Lady Midnight. I came by myself to a very crowded place. I was looking for someone who had lines in her face. I found her there, but she was past all concern. I asked her to hold me. I said, Lady, unfold me. But she scorned me, and she told me I was dead and could never return. I argued all night, like so many have before, saying, "Whatever you give me, I need so much more." Then she pointed at me where I kneeled on the floor, and she said, "Don't try to use me, or slyly refuse me. Just win me or lose me. It is this that the darkness is for." I cried, "Oh, Lady Midnight, I fear that you grow old. The stars eat your body, and the wind makes you cold. If we cry now," she said, "it will just be ignored." So I walked through the morning, the sweet early morning. I could hear my lady calling, "You've won me, my lord." And this one is called Bird on the Wire. Like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free. Like a worm on a hook, like a knight from some old-fashioned book, I have saved all my ribbons for thee. If I have been unkind, I hope that you can just let it go by. If I have been untrue, I hope you know it was never to you. Like a baby stillborn, like a beast with his horn, I have torn every one who reached out to me. But I swear by this song, and by all that I have done wrong, I will make it all up to thee. I saw a beggar leaning on his wooden crutch. He said to me, "You must not ask for so much." And a pretty woman leaning in her darkened door, she cried to me, "Hey, why not ask for more?" Like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free. This next one is called Famous Blue Raincoat. It's 4 a.m, the end of December. I'm writing you now just to see if you're better. New York is cold, but I like where I'm living. There's music on Clinton Street all through the evening. I hear that you're building a little house deep in the desert. You're living for nothing now. I hope you're keeping some kind of record. Yes, and Jane came by with a lock of your hair. She said that you gave it to her the night that you planned to go clear. Did you ever go clear? The last time we saw you, you looked so much older. Your famous blue raincoat was torn at the shoulder. You'd been to the station to meet every train, but then you came home without Lily Marlene. And you treated my woman to a flake of your life. And when she came back, she was nobody's wife. I see you there with a rose in your teeth, one more thin gypsy thief. Well, I see Jane's awake. She sends her regards. And what can I tell you, my brother, my killer? What can I possibly say? I guess that I miss you. I guess I forgive you. I'm glad you stood in my way. If you ever come by here for Jane or for me, I want you to know that your enemy is sleeping. I want you to know that his woman is free. Yes, and thanks for the trouble you took from her eyes. I thought it was there for good, so I never tried. And Jane came by with a lock of your hair. She said that you gave it to her that night that you planned to go clear. And this one is called The Killers. The killers that run the other countries are trying to get us to overthrow the killers that run our own. I, for one, prefer the rule of our native killers. I'm convinced the foreign killers will kill us more than the old familiar killer does. Frankly, I do not believe anyone out there really wants us to solve our social problems. I base this all on how I feel about the man next door. I just hope he doesn't get any uglier. Therefore, I am a patriot. I don't like to see a burning flag because it excites the killers on the other side to unfortunate excesses, which goes on gaily, quite unchecked, until everyone is dead. This next one is called A Singer Must Die. The courtroom is quiet, but who will confess? Is it true you betrayed us? The answer is yes. Then read me the list of the crimes that are mine, and I will ask for the mercy that you love to decline. And all the ladies go moist, and the judge has no choice. A singer must die for the lie in his voice. I thank you. I thank you for doing your duty. You keepers of truth, you guardians of beauty. Your vision is right, my vision is wrong. I'm sorry for smudging the air with my song. The night is thick, and my defenses are hid in the clothes of a woman I would like to forgive. In the rings of her silk, in the hinge of her thigh, where I had to go begging in beauty's disguise. Good night, good night, my night after night, my night after night after night after night. I'm so afraid I haven't listened to you. Your sunglassed protectors, they do that to you. It's their ways to detain, it's their ways to disgrace, their knee in your ball and the fist in your face. Yes, and long live the state by whoever it's made. Sir, I didn't see nothing, I was just getting home late. And save me a place in the $20 grave, with those who took money for the pleasure they gave, and with those always ready, with those who undress so you can lay down with your head on somebody's breast. And all the ladies go moist, and the judge has no choice. A singer must die for the lie in his voice. This next one is, I'm Your Man. If you want a lover, I'll do anything you ask me to. If you want another kind of love, I'll wear a mask for you. If you want a partner, take my hand. Or if you want to strike me down in anger, here I stand. I'm your man. If you want a boxer, I will step into the ring for you. If you want a doctor, I'll examine every inch of you. If you want a driver, climb inside. If you want to take me for a ride, you know you can. I'm your man. The moon's too bright, the chain's too tight, the beast won't go to sleep. I've been running through these promises to you that I made and I could not keep. But a man never got a woman back, not by begging on his knees. Or I'd crawl to you, baby, and I'd fall at your feet, and I'd howl at your beauty like a dog in heat, and I'd claw at your heart, and I'd tear at your sheets, and I'd say, please, I'm your man. If you've got to sleep a moment on the road, I will steer for you. If you want to work the streets alone, I'll disappear for you. If you want a father for your child, or only want to walk with me for a while across the sand, I'm your man. This next one is called Waiting for the Miracle. Baby, I've been waiting night and day. I didn't see it coming. I waited half my life away. There were lots of invitations, and I know you sent me some. But I was waiting for the miracle to come. I know you really loved me, but you see, my hands were tied. I know it must have hurt you. It must have hurt your pride to stand beneath my window with your bugle and your drum while I was waiting for the miracle to come. So you wouldn't like it, baby. You wouldn't like it here. There's not much entertainment, and the judgments are severe. The maestro says it's Mozart, but it sounds like bubble gum. when you're waiting for the miracle to come. Waiting for the miracle, there's nothing left to do. I haven't been this happy since the end of World War II. Nothing left to do when you know that you've been taken. Nothing left to do when you're begging for a crumb. Nothing left to do when you've got to go on waiting for the miracle to come. I dreamed about you, baby. It was just the other night. Most of you was naked, but some of you was light. And the sands of time were falling from your fingers and your thumb, and you were waiting for the miracle to come. Baby, let's get married. We've been alone too long. Let's be alone together. Let's see if we're that strong. Let's do something crazy, something absolutely wrong, while we're waiting for the miracle to come. And I'll do one more. This is called The Tower of Song. My friends are gone and my hair is gray. I ache in the places where I used to play. And I'm crazy for love, but I'm not coming on. I'm just paying my rent every day in the Tower of Song. I said to Hank Williams, how lonely does it get? Hank Williams hasn't answered me yet, but I hear him coughing all night long, 100 floors above me in the Tower of Song. I was born like this. I had no choice. I was born with the gift of a golden voice, and 27 angels from the great beyond. They tied me to this table right here in the Tower of Song. So you can stick your little pins in that voodoo doll. I'm very sorry, baby. It doesn't look like me at all. And I'm standing by the window where the light is strong. They don't let a woman kill you, not in the Tower of Song. Now you can say that I've grown bitter, but of this you may be sure. The rich have got their channels in the bedroom of the poor. And there's a mighty judgment coming, but I may be wrong. You see, you hear these funny voices in the Tower of Song. I see you standing on the other side. I don't know how the river got so wide. I loved you way back when. And all the bridges are burning that we might have crossed, but I feel so close to everything that we've lost. We'll never have to lose it again. So I bid you farewell. I don't know when I'll be back. They're moving us tomorrow to that tower down the track, but you'll be hearing from me, baby, long after I'm gone. I'll be speaking to you sweetly from my window in the Tower of Song. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed listening to these poems as much as I did reading them. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will be making more videos for you all. And if you have any suggestions of something that you'd like to hear, please let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to do that for you. Okay? Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.